How's it going? Motor City Miner here, coming at you from the farm. We are here today, and we are here to work on this Blueminer L1 that we were having issues with yesterday. As my short had yesterday, started smelling smoke, smelled like burnt plastic. I don't really know what's going on other than this fan is no longer spinning, so I'm not sure if, the fan itself is what was causing the smell, like just because like the bearings and everything, seized up and it just caused resistance that caused the smell, or if because the fan failed, something inside overheated and caused the smell. So we're gonna have to open this up. It is from Coastal Crypto. Awesome guys there, so make sure you check them out. I did buy this. I am not sponsored by them. I bought this myself, but it's been a great machine. Been super profitable. Not as profitable as an L7 by any means, but Dogecoin Litecoin mining has been super profitable, and this has a good low, low power mode as well. Generally, I've been running in high power because, I get a good electrical rate. But yeah, we're going to open this up, so we'll be right back once I get some screws undone and figure out how we're going to get this fan off. It looks like it goes inside. I may or may not have a fan already that I can replace this with. But I have to see what the pinout is. It looks like it's a 4-pin, but, not sure on the exact shape or anything. So we'll get this open and be right back. Alright, so we got the top off here. It comes off pretty easy if you have one of these and ever need to open it. There's just 2 screws in the front, 2 in the back. Got our bus bars here, giving power to each of the 3 hash boards in here. But I did note, I guess I didn't know this, but I thought this would come up maybe like immediately into here, but it actually goes under this cover for the PSU. So I now need to remove the PSU cover as well to get this fan cable out. It does look like it's just a standard 4-pin, all in a line. So I think I do have a fan I can use on this. So I'm gonna take off this top. I'm gonna go get, I have some Z9 minis that I'm not running right now. They're just sitting on the shelf actually in the same room this guy was in. They're just so unprofitable. I'm just kind of holding them till the next, bull market. But I'm gonna grab one of those and see if we can bring the fan from one of those onto this guy here and get this guy back up and running, because again, this guy's pretty profitable for me. I've gotten a lot of Dogecoin and a lot of Litecoin. So, and I actually, with the halving coming up, I think a lot of miners might turn off and my yields might go up even higher, so that'd be great. We'll see what happens. Not financial advice, but yeah, we'll be right back once I get this cover off and get my Z9 Mini over here to give some donor parts, so be right back. Alright, so I got that one fan off. Did have to unintertwine the wires, but that's alright. And I actually noticed when I opened this up, so there's actually 4 fan headers here. So in theory, I guess you could add 2 to the back. And I have been having some overheating issues with this, not because of the bad fan, but like it's just so hot here right now, and I'm having a little bit of trouble in keeping temperatures in each room, where I'd like them. So occasionally this one will hit its temp limit. I set all my temp limits at 80 degrees, just to be safe. I know ASICs generally can go a little warmer, but I don't like to. So I'm wondering if I add some fans, especially to the top back, that'll help, get more of that heat out. I would add 2 on the back, but I only have 2 Z9 minis for donor parts right now. Unfortunately, the Avalon miners use a completely different pinout. Like this is that 4 in a line, whereas Avalon miners have the 2x2, like they're stacked. So I can't use those fans unless I were to, rewire it, which I don't feel like doing. I'll just buy another one. But for now, we're just gonna move these 2 donor fans, one onto the front, one onto the back, and eventually we'll add a second one on the back and see if that helps with my overheating issues. But yeah, so gonna take these off. I think we should be good to go. I do have to check the RPM limits on these versus the one that came stock. You can kind of see, so this is what's on your Blueminer L1s right there, Core Scientific, and that's the model number. These probably won't be the same manufacturer or anything, but I do want to make sure that the RPMs are high enough for this unit so it doesn't overheat. So we're going to check that, but I'll be right back once we get through all that. Alright, so these are the fans that were on the Z9 Mini, the Bitmain there. And so I looked them up. They do have the exact same voltage and amperage, so 12 volts and 2.7 amps. So they'll definitely work. I looked up the RPMs. These apparently are actually a little faster. These spin at 6,500 rather than 6,000. So these might actually help cool a little better. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm gonna put these two on, one on the front, one on the back. On the top, at least, that hot air rides, as you know, so at least we're getting a little more out the back, and maybe that'll help this unit down the line. So we'll get these on there. Alright, so we got all three fans in here. Just wanted to quickly mention, so those Z9 Mini fans have a lot shorter cables than what comes stock on here, so it was a little tricky to get it to reach from here to here. Like, I had to put this top fan on the first one. There was no way it would ever reach any of these other plugs. And then also from the back side, if you do add to the back, there's actually a little hole in this plate here, kind of right above my finger there, that you have to make sure you line up the wire with. I did it at first and kind of pinched it, so we did fix that. And as always, make sure your fan's pointing in the right direction. I first put it on and it was, I forgot to reverse it, so it would have been pushing air into the unit rather than sucking the air out. So always make sure you put your fans in the right direction. So I think we're good to go. I'm gonna put the top back on here. We're gonna put it back on the shelf, start it up, see if all three fans go, and then I'm actually going to jump into the computer and see if you can actually see a third fan in the GUI for this unit. In the past, it only would show two, so I'm curious if it will show a third fan now. So, be right back once we get it all closed up and on the rack. Alright, so we're back in my gold mining room. Got it plugged in, not started up yet, but we're gonna walk around and moment of truth, see if we smell any more burning plastic. It does look kind of funny with just the one exhaust fan on the back, but again, hopefully that actually helps me. I just didn't really think about it before, and we'll see how it goes, but let's see if we can get this back up and running here. Alright, just hit the power. Definitely that back fan's working, so that's awesome. Definitely, wow, huge difference. This has so much more airflow coming out the top than where my hand is on the bottom. Like, wow. Hey, you know, this works. I'm definitely going to get another one from the bottom. Let's go around to the front, make sure that it's working as intended. Yeah, there we go. That one's spinning too. Awesome. So I think we're in business. I don't smell any smoke at the moment. Some weird things going on with the lights though. Interesting. I don't think that's supposed to be that way. Yeah, I've never seen like this blue light here before, so I'm not really sure what that's about. Nope. Interesting. I'm not really sure what's going on. Now we got no lights. I think we're gonna go check on the computer, see what's going on, see if this thing's actually like received an IP. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I'm not really sure. The Ethernet is blinking. Normally these lights will be blinking, so something's maybe not right still. We'll have to go check it out. Alright, so we're in the computer now. It did pop up, so it's definitely on, and it is mining away right now at almost 5 gigahash there. So I'm not really sure why the lights aren't working as they typically would anymore. I might have to check that. Maybe I accidentally like hit something or whatnot, but I am happy that it is up and running. You can see all the fans. So you can see fan 1 and 3 are those new, not new, but donor fans from my Z9 Minis. So they do run a little faster than the stock fan. So Again, the top speed on those are 6,500 versus 600. So, you know, there's going to be a little difference, but, you know, honestly, it might help with the heat issues I have been having, so that's exciting. And adding that third fan, you can see the fan 4 is at 0, so I'll plan to get another one of those as well if this goes really well. We'll keep an eye on it here for a little bit, just to make sure the temps don't get anything too crazy. But right now I'm pretty happy with where the temps are. It did just start up though, so we'll have to wait and see a little bit. But yeah, so far it seems to be working. I think we've solved at least the main issue, which is a bad fan that was, you know, smelling like burnt plastic and are overheating. So, but yeah, hopefully you found this helpful. If you do have a Bluestar Blueminer L1 Litecoin Dogecoin monitor, again, it's a lot cheaper than the L7s most of the time, and it is more power hungry. So, you know, it's definitely for those that have good power rates. But it was a much more affordable option. It's really already ROI'd for me in under 6 months, which is great. I got it back in November, so been running well other than that one fan that just died. But yeah, hopefully you found this informative. So like, subscribe, and, you know, comment down below if you have any questions. Until next time.
And we got some bonus content. The light did end up working. I guess when you install new fans, it takes a little, it goes through like a full cycling of like, you know, the BIOS and everything. So it just takes a little longer than normal. But there we go. We're good to go.